Yeah. I just got some flashbacks.
I'm getting horny. I'm getting horny. Oh my god.
Oh! Hi. I hope y'all like my new YouTube intro. Apparently it's too long, but I thought about it and I was like, I don't really care.
We do not care.
I really just make my videos for myself. So, okay, this time I'm going to be playing in my makeup. So, the last part we talked about was, what did I name him? C. I don't know how to do makeup, by the way. Yeah, I feel like I'm not supposed to do that. But now we're going to talk about my first lust. Backstory of my first lust, we actually went to elementary school together in Alabama and moved between Kansas and Alabama like 400 times. Yeah, I went to this one elementary school. I think it was actually the first year I moved from the country of Alabama to the city part of Alabama. And I was like, oh my God, look at all these black people. Because I went to an all-white school, which was very racist.
I found out the school took my son on a field trip where they picked cotton from a plantation. Wait a minute. Wait.
I remember on the playground, this girl was like, let's play slaves.
But what the fuck?
And I didn't know what that was. I remember I told my mom would cuss somebody out, I don't know. Well, this was 3rd grade. And I went to this new school in the city. And there's this one guy in my class. Let's name him Apple. He would always like make kissy faces at me, or like he would like flirt with me in 3rd grade. But like in class, he would always be like to me in class. And I'm like, at first I was like, ugh, what the fuck?
Brother,
No, but like it would make me laugh and stuff like that. He was like goofy as fuck, and he still is. So when I had moved to Alabama, like I said, I was trying to reconnect with some friends, and I reconnected with this one girl. Let's name her Kay. Guess what? I fell out with her too.
And I don't give a fuck.
So me and Kay, we went to this party together. Mind you, it was my very first party I ever went to. I honestly don't remember much about it, but I remember I left early because I got pissed off because like we weren't even there for an hour and she got pissy drunk. Like, she was in a car and like we had to walk her to the car and she was like, I want my man, or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Everybody's in the car like trying to get her sober and shit, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
Mind you, I didn't really like, I'm not really a, oh my God, my face is like orange, party person. Like I just wanted to go because I've never been to a party before, and I just wanted to like dress up and feel like a normal college kid. But I'm really an introvert. I'm an antisocial extrovert. I just wanted to go to the party, and we did. And then like I remember on the way to the party, she was FaceTiming Apple, and they're like talking the whole time. And then the friend that was with me and Kay was Kay's friend. And Kay was like obsessed with Apple, and like every time Kay would FaceTime or talk on the phone with Apple, she'd be like, oh, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, you're my, like she was thirsty, like embarrassingly thirsty over Apple. And like I wasn't thirsty, I was just like, oh my God, like that's Apple. Like I kind of forgot he existed. And like that was my elementary little flirty, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like the whole time they were on FaceTime, Kay's friends like being thirsty to Apple, but Apple's like trying to talk to me through FaceTime. He's like, yo, Tori, what's up? I haven't seen you since like 4th grade, da 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 da. And I'm just like, oh, hi, how are you, type shit. I ended up getting his snap and stuff like that, and then we just started talking. And then Kay's friend actually got so mad and so jealous that me and Apple started talking that her and Kay fell out.
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
Over a dude, like, girl, this is why I cannot. So me and Apple started talking after that party. He wasn't at the party. I'm just saying, like on the way to the party, she was FaceTiming him, or like when her and I would hang out. I don't remember exactly everything that we did together, but every time we would hang out, she would like FaceTime him, and like they would talk. They were cousins somehow, I don't know, but they were like just friends. because she was talking to like a bunch of niggas and stuff like that. So probably like a week or so after that party that we went to, me and Apple decided to hang out. I honestly can't remember what we did. I just remember the first time we hung out, after the fact, like while we were hanging out, the last thing we did was go park at this lake, and we were just like talking. And I was so embarrassed because I had ate something that had onions in it, and he had the windows rolled up, and I was just like, I can smell my onion breath right now. Like, that's how bad it was. Yeah, we were just talking, and you know, and I do specifically remember him being like, yeah, like I was talking to someone, but I didn't want to like basically get too committed to whoever he was talking to, because he figured out that I was in town and he wanted to like get to spend time with me and stuff like that. So after that, we pretty much just started hanging out every day. Well, not every day, but like often. And I remember he would actually come see me like out in the middle of nowhere. Mind you, he lived in the college city, and he went to that college too, but like he would actually come see me like that was like 35 minutes away from his place, at least 3 times a week, I would say. And we were always spend time together. Yeah. I just got some flashbacks.
I'm getting horny. I'm getting horny. Oh my God.
Oh, I can't really remember everything that we did, but like I know we would go out to eat, or whenever he would come to my place, we would go to the Waffle House there at like the middle of the night. And I know like he would invite me to his house, and like I would spend time with him and his family, and like he invited me to the 4th of July. And I want to say it was like another holiday I went over with his family. And this was like my first like relationship to where I actually felt like, oh my God, like I'm actually doing like girlfriend shit.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.
Yeah, his parents love me. His sister and his little brother like me. Yeah, I could never stay the night at his house, and he couldn't stay the night at my house either. But he did fall asleep one time, and it was like 3 o'clock, and then my dad was like pissed the fuck off. He was like blowing my phone up.
Why the fuck you got this nigga staying?
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.
And I was just like, bruh, oh my God. So when, like while we were dating and stuff like that, like he didn't even ask me to be his girlfriend, because like he had told me he was going to be moving to some part in Georgia to go to acting school there, which was like 9 hours away. Like I was of course sad, because I'm like, damn, like you're my boo and you're gonna move hours away. And I was like upset about it. And so like I remember I was upset over something else too. Look at me, always upset. He never asked me to be his girlfriend, and we were like hanging out every day all day, but we were like doing boyfriend and girlfriend things. And I remember we were on like on the edge of my bed, and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, we've been dating and stuff for like the past, I don't know how long it was, and he never asked me to be a girlfriend, and like I don't know like what's going on, Pookie. And he was like, well, you were like obviously upset over me about to move to like a different state hours away to pursue like acting or whatever the fuck. And then like he was like, I didn't know that you wanted me to ask you, or some shit. You know how boys weaponize their ignorance. I was just like, okay. And then somehow we ended up being boyfriend and girlfriend that night. He didn't even ask me. It was just like me like, I'm upset that you didn't ask me. Well, I didn't know that you wanted me to ask you. So somehow we became boyfriend and girlfriend officially that night. I don't fucking know. So also at the time, Apple, to my knowledge, was like, he was wanting to pledge. He actually was pledging, because he ended up, he's one of the black, so he ended up becoming a whatever. But like while he was like doing whatever you have to do to become a fraternity dude, he was just acting really weird. He would just say shit like, damn, they gonna be like, the girls are gonna want me so bad now, like jokingly, like you gonna have to fight them, ha ha ha, or like, dang, like, you know, now that I'm gonna be in this fraternity or whatever, like, oh, girls are just gonna girls, or me the bros. Like he just started acting cocky, I guess you could say. I remember me and him meeting up on campus, and like he wouldn't hold my hand or anything, and then like he was just acting all like the paparazzi was out to get him or something. And I'm like, what? Why are you acting like that? He's like, bro, come on, bro. And I'm just like, whatever. And so of course I had an attitude, because I'm like, you're acting weird as fuck. But even like in private, he would just be saying weird shit. Like, it wasn't nothing necessarily bad. It was just like, why are you acting like that? Me being needy, like I said, I was barely seeing him at the time, and I was just like upset because he was just acting cocky and shit, and I didn't like it. Like, he was just acting like a completely different person. So we decided to take a break.
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
Until he got whatever in order. We broke up. Even though we like broke up, we were still
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm fucking him.
for some reason. I don't know. We like slowly stopped talking, and then we just stopped talking altogether for like a couple weeks or whatever. And then he would like text me like, oh, I'm just checking in on you, da 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 da. And so he finally crossed. And I went to his thing because he was like, I really want you to go, da da da. And I was just like, okay. So me and my one friend went, the one that went to Huntsville with me to go see. So her and I went, and then like all the girls around me were like, oh my god, look at A, like damn. And I'm just like, he literally ate my groceries like 2 weeks ago. Calm down. Mind you, I looked like the most average in there, and everybody's like a bad bitch, like damn. And I'm like, girl, he's swiping my Visa card, like what? So after that, him and I started talking again, like a little bit, but not on no like relationship shit. He really was just coming over to swipe my Visa card. Like that's literally all it was. It was just like a sexual thing going on. Also, like we would be breaking up, and he would like call me on some weird shit, and like he would like, and also he would just say a bunch of questionable things. Like, I remember one time I was like, so what are you gonna do if we had kids and it's a boy and he's gay? And he's like, I'm gonna beat him till he's not gay no more.
I'm going to count to 10, text my therapist, and try and have a great day.
Like, why would you say that? That's not okay. So I was like, so we're homophobic. And it would just be unprovoked. Like, one thing about homophobic people, they're gonna unprovokedly say something pertaining to gay people. Why do you care? Like, and I will ride and die for my LGBTQ, because like I just feel bad, like as a black person, as an empathetic black person, I guess you could say, I just feel for people who are being like bullied and like unprovoked hate coming their way 24/7, because as a black person you deal with that 24/7, 25/8, bitch. So like it just pisses me off when people unprovokedly just like start spewing hate towards LGBTQ people, and that was just like really pissing me off. And then he would also say shit like man, because I'm like, yeah, like I like being independent, blah 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 blah. So I got the timeline kind of mixed up. I think some of the things he was saying that was like homophobic and shit like that were after we broke up. Like I know at some point when I moved back to Kansas, he would like randomly call me or FaceTime me and like just say off the wall shit. So I don't know. I think I'm mixing up my timelines, but you know, whatever. And he would just be like, see, that's what's wrong with women. Y'all women always want to do shit on your own. Like, as a man, we want y'all to depend on us, da 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 da. Mind you, he didn't even have a bed. Why would I depend on someone who sleeps on a couch? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make fun of him or anything like that, but like, come on now. And so he would just say like go into misogynistic homophobic rants all the time too, and I didn't fuck with that. And then like all we did, it was just really a sexual relationship. Like if you would take the sex out of it, there was nothing there. Like I would FaceTime him and we'd talk on the phone and stuff, and it would just be dry as fuck, and there would be nothing significant in the conversation. Like, or I would be talking and he would cut me off. And one thing about me, if I'm talking, and let me touch your hand when I say this, if I'm talking and you cut me off,
Mink, mink. Mink, 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 mink. Yep. Mink. Get your.
and that's that. So I immediately stopped. I was like, okay, that's not okay. Like I said, we slowly just stopped talking, and then we stopped talking altogether. But like I said, we had like a sexual thing going on for a while, and that's pretty much it. And he still be stalking my page to this day, like on TikTok. Whenever people view my page, and he views my page literally like every other day. Why are you obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know.
I'm calling your probation officer. You're going to jail.
So that was, I don't know, I'm kind of loopy right now too because I just took some Benadryl, so I don't know if any of this is making sense to you guys, but basically beginning of May I got linked with my elementary flirt thing, I don't know, and it was like basically a sexual fueled relationship, and like we would do certain stuff, but like he would always have homophobic and sexist rants.
Are you homosexual?
A what?
I'm homosexual.
Also, he was very immature, like, and I know people be like, oh yeah, I'm a big kid, I'm a big kid. It was like immature to the point it was cringy. Like we would go out to eat and he would literally be like, like, and he would literally make the noise and do that, and I'm like, bro, there's a difference between being immature and being childlike. Like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like that was cringy as fuck. And then like he would just be over dramatic. Like he would say, he would poke his finger, he'd be like, ow. What? Like, that is cringy. Maybe somebody else would find that funny and cute, but like I just did not like that. Like I thought that was the cringiest thing. It's like, I don't know, I don't really remember what happened too much after that, like, but all I know, damn, all I know is that we slowly stopped talking, and then we just stopped talking altogether, and he would like randomly try to call me or FaceTime me. I haven't spoken to you in weeks, why do you think I'm gonna answer? Like, I don't know, but the D was fat. I don't really remember the timeline. I want to say how we're moving into the beginning year of 2020. So around April, I had met some guys through my friend that was in my YouTube video. I met this one guy through him, and him and I started talking randomly, and then we started linking. Mind you, COVID was like, this is when they started shutting shit down, so like we couldn't really do too much. But we started hanging out. So me and this guy, we started talking and hanging out, and then I remember I went to his place a few times. So him and I started talking and hanging out. All I gotta say is, it's true what they say about skinny niggas. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all decipher that how y'all want to. I don't know how to do makeup. I remember specifically, I don't know how long this went on. Let's just say a month, because I don't fucking know. Things don't last long with me. So let's just say within a month, him and I saw each other a few times and whatnot. And I remember the stimulus check hit around this time too, because I remember I got a bike. Oh my god, what am I doing? The way things ended. But I had a day off during the week, and he was off that day too or something, or he had like a early, like he would be free early during the day or whatever. I figured we were gonna hang that whole day. Like I figured we were gonna hang out that whole day together, and I had mentioned it before to him, and he's like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. And I like called him or texted him, and I was like, so you ready or some shit like that, I don't know. And he's like, well, I won't be done until like 7 p.m. and we can link after that. And when I tell you, that made me so fucking mad, because I know I like specifically took that day off so we could hang out all day, and I told him that beforehand. So I was so pissed off. I don't know if like either I was being dry texting him or I just stopped texting him, but I remember I went to the park that day to ride my bike. The old me, which I stopped doing, like I would just post everything. I would just post. If you made me mad, 3 seconds later there's a post on Snapchat that's like, I'm so fucking tired of da-da-da. Now I see how mentally ill that is, because there's some people on my Snap who do that, and I'm like, brother, ugh.
Brother, ugh.
That's how I look at that. Like, you're obviously mentally unstable, and I definitely was back then. And I remember I had posted that, and no, this was the next day. Okay, so I had ignored him pretty much that rest of that day. Then I posted something like, if you want to date me, I'm gonna need, it was like a meme, and it was like, if you want to date me, I'm gonna need a 3-page essay on something, I don't know, pretty much what I posted. And I was like, yeah, this. Like, so I'm pretty, like he put 2 and 2 together. And I also probably said something else that was shady or whatever the fuck. The next day, I think he had messaged me again and I was just being short. I went to the park to ride my bike, and this was kind of like my escape. I don't know, I didn't have friends and I didn't like staying home. So I went to the park to ride my bike, and I remember he FaceTimed me, and like I was smirking so hard when he FaceTimed me because I'm like, why is he FaceTiming me? And like I'm so head ass because he was like FaceTiming me, and I was trying to act mad, but I was smirking because I was just like, oh my god, he's trying to FaceTime me. Like normally I would ignore it and text, but I was like, I'm gonna be bold and I'm actually talk. And so he was like, what is all this, Tori? Like, why are you mad? And then I was smirking. I'm like, because you're and I was like, because like I took the whole day off yesterday and we had planned to hang out the whole day, and then you're like, oh, we can hang after 7 p.m. and I thought that was just kind of fucked up because you knew I took the day off and da 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 da. And he was like, I don't know exactly what he said, but basically he was saying that he got confused or something. And I remember him like hanging up short, like it was short, I don't know, and something like, whatever, I'll just text you or talk to you later or some shit like that, I don't know. And so I think like later that day he hit me with a text that was basically like, I don't think this is gonna work or some shit like that, I don't know. And I was like so fucking sad because I liked him. Like we hung out, we watched anime, he was just cool to talk to, like, and it kind of looked like Brent Faiyaz a little bit. And I don't know, like he's just one of those people like everybody's cool with, like, oh yeah, I know him. Oh shit, I didn't even give him a name. Let's name him Plant. Yeah, I was cold. I was like sad as fuck, and I was just like, cause you know, boy crazy me, you know. And so I remember we had a mutual friend in common, me and Plant did, and her name, let's name her Jenner. So Jenner, she had like posted a story of her and him hanging out because they were good friends, or like they had a friend group or something. And I remember she posted him, and then like I slid up on it and I was like, oh my god, like him and I don't talk no more or something. Her and I became friends through the Bumble BFF app. I told her, I was like, oh my god, like I don't know exactly what I said, but I basically insinuated how he cut me off. And she was like, oh, so you are the friend he's talking about. And I was like, I beg your pardon. And she was like, oh yeah, like he basically was upset that you ran to the internet and posted about it instead of coming to him himself or something. And I was just like, oh dang, or something like that. And she was like, yeah, ... And so I'm pretty sure she said something to him. Yeah, so after that we pretty much stopped talking. But then like months later, I think when I moved back to Kansas, him and I started like texting again or something. But yeah, so that was one of my other little very short-lived boys in my life. Yeah, that was Plant. This next guy was literally insane. I was looking outside my window like, is he gonna find me type insane, like. But I also played roles in it too. Like I played a role in it too, because I will admit, I was wrong. I don't know.
Don't take this experience as a setback. Think of it as a push forward.
Oh my god, actually no, I just started playing back my video. So you know how in my last video I was like, oh, C's gonna come back into play, bruh. So after me and Apple broke up or whatever, you know the saying, you can get over him if you get under someone else. So I hit C up like, hey Pookie. Him and I started talking again, and then it didn't click until literally after the fact. So I remember I had went to his place in Huntsville or whatever, and he was talking about like, because he was in a fraternity too, and I was like, wait, what are the names of the fraternities? Like, because I'd never, like, before college I literally didn't know what a fraternity and a sorority was. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know about the black one, you know. And he's like, oh, I'm a blah blah blah, and I was like, oh, pause, because remember Apple crossed and he was also this fraternity. And I was like, oh my god. And I was like, okay, maybe it's different per school. And then I was telling him about like Apple, and he was like, no, that shit's like global or whatever the fuck. And I was like, what? And I'm like, do you ever see like the the fraternity from UNA, and he's like, oh, sometimes, not really, maybe at like a party or something, but we do have a group chat,
And
like all of us in like the Alabama area. And I was like, is he in it? And he was like, I don't know, let me see. So then I told him Apple's name, and then he like put Apple's name in the group chat, and then Apple popped up immediately, and he was like, oh dang, this is him, yeah, bro's cool. And I was like, I felt like a homewrecker. I don't know, I just felt like crazy. I don't know. And it wasn't intentional, because bitches out here be going through Q dogs, alphas, like they be going down the line. Oh my god, I forgot all about, okay, there was this Kappa. Oh my god, I forgot all about this Kappa. Oh my god, hold on.
this is so humiliating.
You know how me and Apple ended in like December basically of 2019? Also in December of 2019, I started hanging out with this this Kappa, and I don't know how we started talking or how we...
Okay, now I remember how I figured out who he was. I had went to a different party and I had saw him strolling, and I thought he was so cute because he was like light bright and he had a tongue ring. I don't know why I was attracted to that. And also my friend that put me on to Plant, or not put me on, but like introduced me to Plant, he was there, and that's who I went with. And I was like, who is that? And then he told me. And then I found his Instagram, and I don't remember if I followed him or if he requested to follow me, but yeah, that's pretty much how things started.
And I saw him, and I was like, oh my god, he looks cool. But this guy, let's name him Angry. So Angry, him and I were talking for like, again, a short while. He had like some military affiliation, I don't know, but he never wore his suit or anything, I don't fucking know. And he was in a fraternity. He was very, very, very active. Like every event or whatever they had, he was there. I can't remember if he was working then or not, but he would also like go to Huntsville all the time too, because he had family there, like little brothers and shit. And like he would literally FaceTime them and like have me say hi to them and shit. And I remember one time specifically, we were at Sonic and I had to use the bathroom, and he did too. And so we drove over to the Walmart across from Sonic, and I was like, oh, are you getting out too to use the bathroom? He was like, oh, no. And I was just like, that should have been a red flag then, because I'm like, why don't you want to go in and be seen with me? So that was like kind of a red flag. And then my friend that I mentioned who introduced me to Plant, he told me like, because I would tell him everything. He had texted me and he was like, hey, ... And I was like, oh Lord, what? And he was like, so before I tell you this part, so Angry told me that like I still live with my ex. Like she cheated on me because she admitted that she had sex with someone else, and she cheated on me, but I still stay with her because like I have to wait till the lease is up or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. And I was just like, oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Wow. You know, thanks for telling me this after the fact, you know. I mean, him and I never did anything though, thank God. I think I did sneak him into my dad's house too. Wow, Tori, what the fuck? I'm the reason why I don't want kids. He told me that, and I was just like, okay. He'd also play games too. Like he would always be like, oh, I just want to talk to you all the time, like I fucks with you heavy, and then would like ghost me for 2 days. And then he would get mad that I got mad, and I'm like, how are you gonna tell me that you want to talk to me all day every day and then ghost me for 2 days? Like, be fucking for real. But anyway, so my friend texted me or called me. He was like, hey, I think you should know. And I'm like, oh Lord, what happened? And he was like, well, Angry's ex-girlfriend posted a picture of him sitting on her bed, and the caption was like, LOL, what are we right now? And I was like, bruh,
Death to all of them.
oh my God. And he was like, but don't say nothing. And I'm like, well, how is he gonna know that it was you, you know, because I didn't say his name or anything. So you know me, I ain't gonna shut up. So I was just like,
Who the fuck?
apparently you posted, like, apparently you and your ex are still Like, what? And then he got defensive and was like, that's literally none of your business. Like, I don't know why that should matter. Like, it ain't got shit to do with what we got going on. Babes, we got nothing going on except you ghosting me for days. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I really fucks with you, Tori. Like, da-da-da-da. And I was just like, yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever. And then after that, I don't really remember what happened. I just know we stopped talking. But he would like my pictures and stuff. And I remember one time I was being petty and I requested to follow his ex. And then, I was being petty and requested to follow his ex, and then she had followed me back, and then I posted a screenshot of my Instagram like activity, like, you know how it tells you like so and so liked your comment, you have a new follower, so and so liked your photo, so and so requested to follow you. I had posted that, but I had made sure to get in the photo that she followed me, and I posted it, just being messy. But I forgot all about him. Oh my god. But yeah, that was another guy who basically was still fucking with his ex, and then after the fact, I think they were still like fucking around and stuff like that. Ciao. Anyway, but yeah, now he has a kid too, and he's like I think he's a tattoo artist now, and he has like followers on TikTok and stuff. But yeah, he was like a little light bright, and he had like a fucked up past and stuff like that. And you know me, if you tell me a sad story, you're gonna, I'm so sorry, me out my drawers basically. But with him, I didn't do nothing. We didn't even kiss or anything. I think all we did was literally hug like once or twice, and that was literally it. One thing about me, I'm not going to take my own advice. So this is pretty much my finished look. I could do something with my hair, but I really don't give a fuck. If I seem like my energy's off or anything, I literally took Benadryl before this video, and I'm like loopy as fuck right now. So that's why my energy might be off. But anyway, my next video, I'm going to be talking about the craziest dude I've ever dealt with. Like, literally was threatening to tell stuff to my mom. Mind you, I never told him my mom's name. He didn't even know my last name, and he found her. Like, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next random men that I've dated video.